Hey everybody, this is Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And do I have one for you today? See, what we're doing is we're continuing off the previous video about how Sydney McLaughlin dances on Femke Bol, which is continuing off of a video that came before that was talking about how Femke Bol could beat Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone in the 400 meter hurdles. Now, I think we probably have a few opinions about that in the comment section. I'm recording these all at the same time, so I'm just going to make an assumption because based on some of the other comments that we're seeing people say, hey, you know what? Femke Bol could run 47 and break that world record. She has the ability to run a virtual this and that. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Okay, let's put it to the test. Let us put this to the test. And the best test will be when they actually run. But until then, we got the hype factors running up here. And what do I think as my opinion on this? Because this is the part 3 on those. Watch those above. Here go the link somewhere up here. Right? We're about a minute in. See those if you haven't seen them already. And then come back to this one. But anyway, what do I think about this? I think that Femke Bol is going to have to need a prayer and a handicap matchup in order to beat Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. It is absolutely no way that she's even in the conversation. Sydney McLaughlin is Levrone is on one of those next level stuff. She has to get injured, in my opinion, or just have a really bad race. Something just has to go wrong. She's got to trip over 2 hurdles, or when she hits a hurdle, she's got to lose her momentum so much. Because Femke Bol is close enough that if she loses enough momentum, although she's almost a second and a half faster than her right now. You could argue, okay, look, her open 400 has not shown either indoor or outdoor that she's faster than Femke Bol. But they're not racing over the 400. They're racing over the 400 meter hurdles at the current moment. Now, if both of them transfer over to the open 4, which there's been talks with Sydney McLaughlin, I think, maybe transitioning to the open 4. But for right now, she's going to need, Bol needs a hope and a prayer. That's what she needs. She needs a hope and a prayer. We got to be real here. The 60 meter, she's got her beat. The 200 meters, she's got her. She's got her beat. Look at this 200 back from 2018. You telling me she can't do something like that? That is actually a fairly good 200 meters. And that was in March. That was good for March. Especially at the pro level. I think that was when she was, in college or something? For that one split, like half a season or whatever she did. So, yeah, the 100 meter hurdles. Let's look here. Does she have a 100 meter hurdle competition? No. So Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is taking on the shorter approach, whereas Femke Bol takes on the longer approach. She did do an 800 way back when she was younger in youth and whatnot. But let's just look here and just take a realistic approach. Let's take a sober look at this. She doesn't have the foot speed just yet. Yeah, that's a few years ago. Yes, some of these we got to compare apples to apples here. Because the one you could say, oh wow, you're kind of cheating. You saying that's a few years ago, but you're giving her this and she's faster than the 400. But look at the open 400 meter hurdles. Are you telling me she couldn't break 50 seconds in a pretty good way by running a 50.68? With everything that Femke Bol has done, even last year, she could not break 52 in that. Come on now. She couldn't break 52. Here we go. We got to give this the realistic analysis. And another thing, look, not to just rain on somebody's dreams here, but let's bring in Dalilah Muhammad. Let's respect and kiss the diamond of Dalilah Muhammad. Smash that like button, by the way. That's what kiss the diamond means on our channel. But look, we got to go ahead and honor the person that changed up the steps, because she's the one that shortened up her steps first. Then Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone had to adjust to it, right? And now Femke Bol's trying to do it. And remember, she's got a slower 400. Are we looking at this right now? She's got a slower open 400 than Femke Bol. It don't matter what the 400 time is, because right here, a 51.58 is still faster than a 52.0. What now? A 52.03? Because they were on the same track. Were they not? Were they not on the same track? So yeah, if Dalilah Muhammad is healthy this year, because remember, she got up to where she got up to last year, and yeah, ran a respectable 53, because people are like, oh, that's slow now. Okay, if it was so slow, why she got a bronze medal? If that was so slow, the 53.08 or something, whatever she did in the final there, and she raced herself into shape. We saw it. We witnessed it, because she was nowhere near that before. And she raced herself. She had a buy. She said, I'm using this buy to my full advantage. And she raced herself into shape. And she still ran a respectable 53 low. Right? Many people were thinking Britton Wilson or somebody else would have gotten that, but Wilson winded up getting fifth. But come on, let's get this. Let's do this real. This is what y'all come here for. That we get this real arse analysis and put it on the line and put everything out there. Now I'm gonna let loose. Let me make sure I'm recording actually. Okay, I am. Now I'm gonna have to let loose on this, because just because you're faster in the 400 open don't mean that when you start going boop 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 over these hurdles, Dalilah is like a monster over the hurdles. She constantly gets out faster than virtually everybody. Now Sydney beat her at this last one. That was the first time that she ever really got out faster than Muhammad. That was the first time I've seen it, because she normally just gets out faster than everybody else. Dalilah Muhammad gets out faster than everybody else, and then everybody else got to catch her and chase her down. That's just her approach. Now you could say, hey, she's aging or something like that, but I'm using this as a case study of evidence. Your open 4 doesn't mean you're going to beat somebody in the 400-meter hurdles. That open 4 don't mean diddly when it comes to those hurdles, because guess what? You got obstacles, and everybody's body is a little bit different when it comes there. She's rail thick skinny, but she knows how to get it over on those hurdles. So Femke Bol's going to need a hope and a prayer, from my view, in order to beat Sydney McLaughlin, much less even get closer to her. Now, I think that she can break that 52. That's pretty clear and evidence to me that she has the ability to break the 52. But let's look at it another way. Not all of them are going to run their best times every single time there or run a world record. We're kind of getting spoiled, because now we've gotten 2019, 2021, 2022 with world records in the 400-meter hurdles. And it's basically been like a race-off until that last race there. It's kind of been like, hey, you know, Dalilah Muhammad, Sydney McLaughlin, basically there with the exception of one race, and then this last one. Man, it is clear evidence that we're getting spoiled, and we're not always going to see the best time. So even if Sydney McLaughlin doesn't run the best time, she's got a second and a half, basically, a breathing room. Let's match that up with Femke Bol running better. She's overperforming, and Sydney McLaughlin performs a little bit less, to a little bit subpar. She can still beat her. She can still beat her based on that. This 300-meter hurdles world record, she ran faster than that in her open 400-meter hurdle race. How are you going to compare? You got a whole extra 100 meters, and she was running faster than you with an extra 100 meters. Femke Bol, how can you compete against that? I know how you can compete against it. You got to get monstrously fast in the 400, and that is smart on it on behalf of your coach going after these things. That is how she can beat Sydney McLaughlin. She has to have so much strength in that 400/500 that carries over to the 400 hurdles. She can't just be a little faster from my view. She's got to be where the potentials are lining up. She's got to be 0.3 to like 0.4 plus faster than Sydney McLaughlin. I would say on an average I wouldn't say subpar, because subpar for her and she's still dancing on the field. But I would say a below optimal performance from Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, right? A suboptimal performance. Let's put her face up here. I would say you match that up, and Femke Bol could get away from being a quarter of a second faster, so 0.25 seconds faster. I think she's really got to be in that monstrous position because Sydney McLaughlin got her beat at every other shorter distance. The only thing that she could really do to her, the only other exception I would say, she got to get faster than 200 because Sydney McLaughlin was running these sub 22.4 back in 2018, and I think that was a 22.8 mid at best. Because sometimes we get a little bit overhyped with the negative into the wind, and it was shown in other performances of certain athletes I'm not going to bring up here from last season. So I would give her a 22.8 mid, not even 22.8 low with that performance. And you see her opening up right around here. So sometimes you can see athletes performing. I would say that this was probably a 22.9 actually on any other given day. But a 22.8 mid if she really performed well. So you can see her opening up at or slightly just below her performance. And I would say based on how that was and how her 400 is opening up faster, I would say this is probably faster than what she would have run last year had this not been a highly negative wind. Had it been even a tailwind, we might have still saw it being at this or only slightly faster. That's what I'm looking at. But that's my view. What do you guys think? That's my verdict right here. Boom. There you go. Don't forget to kiss the diamond. That means smash the like button. Give your comments and your opinions below. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you think I'm insane. Maybe you think I'm crazy for this right here. But I got to say, if Muhammad is healthy, she's giving Femke Bol, because Muhammad is the senior and she's coming in with more decorated than Femke Bol. So Femke Bol could give Muhammad a run for her money when she's healthy. But I can't see her giving Sydney McLaughlin a run for her money. Not at all. Not after seeing last year. I dare say Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone starts the double. Depends on what happens this year. Doubles because she has the bye in the 400 hurdles now, and she just goes in the open 4, and it could affect her in the 400 hurdles depending on how the schedule is. I don't know, but this is just, I throw it out there. I don't know if she did. I didn't look this up, but maybe she goes in the open 4. Then she obviously looks at her chances in both because she doesn't want to sacrifice a gold, I don't think, just so she could try to get a win in something that she may or may not get a win in. So I would say maybe her coach is saying, hey, I got to buy here. But I can't see her giving her a run for her money. Even if she does the open 4 and it tires her legs out, she's too dang fast. That foot speed is just killing her. So I give it to this heads up matchup. I would give it to Sydney McLaughlin. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 matchups. She's going to go. I would dare say 10 out of 10, but this is track. People can pull up. I'm taking out the injury aspect of it. Because injury, I got to say Femke Bol, she's good enough that she will be able to get it. Dalilah Muhammad will be able to take advantage of that too. Those two, they are right there. I can't say that Femke Bol is a strong second. No. Femke Bol is an at-large bid second with Dalilah Muhammad. You could say she's getting older, and injuries are part of the sport, but she has not shown a history. If she does it again this season, then I'm going to say, okay, Dalilah Muhammad is just injury prone now that she's older. But if she stays injury free for this season, I mean, the toss-up is right there between Bol and Muhammad. What do you guys think? You've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR. Don't forget to smash the like button. Give your comment below. Subscribe and share this with other people. We're going to have more videos on this. We're going to have a video with Britton Wilson and some matchups coming in. Maybe another Femke Bol matchup because they're both 400-meter hurdlers. They both just ran sub 50. Both of them ran under the old world record this year so far with that. So I think that will be a good video. You guys let me know. Let me know. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.